at PRvo. Hello. How you guys doing? Especially you, Katie. How are you? Katie sent in this video saying this is how Indigenous Australians muster their cattle. A very unique method with equally unique vehicles, aka a car with a claw. Well, that certainly piqued my interest. I'm intrigued. A car with a claw. By the way, speaking on Aboriginal, well, is there a difference between Indigenous and Aboriginal? Excuse my ignorance. But anyway, why American YouTube stars baffled reaction to The Voice? That's right, your boy made the news. Thanks to Catherine for sending that in. That is extremely amusing to me. And shout out to news.com.au. But anyway, let's see the car with the claw.
It always keeps you on your toes, though. The ball doesn't want to stay there all the time.
Holy crap. How are they driving that fast through what looks to be a field littered with trees? And they're not even focused on looking forward.
New, you know, like Blackpool is on the station.
Baralula.
Rally the boys, load up the cargo and start your engines.
They have a freaking helicopter.
This is wild bull catching in the top end.
Look at this thing. I mean,
Rough and ready occupation that has a wild...
It looks like a freaking monstrosity, but it looks like the most fun vehicle I've ever seen.
West feel to it.
What a job.
We're searching bushland for scrub bulls on 7 Emu Station, which skirts the Gulf of Carpentaria. It's magic, albeit tough country.
I'm turning off the captions. I can't not read captions. There's one.
As the chopper dives and spins erratically, hustling the beast towards a group who are ready to pounce in their small modified rigs
way.
that would look at home on a Mad Max set. At high speeds, they churn through the bushland, dodging trees, stumps and termite mounds, branches swatting low, heading towards...
How come it seems like my car breaks down from hitting a pothole? One pothole. And these guys are literally out here in the bush in these rigged up thingamajigs, just blazing through with no trouble.
One angry and determined animal.
Oh my God. They're fast. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, geez. I almost bashed him into a tree. That was insane.
Hailing back to the early 1960s in the Northern Territory, where throwing a bull was a common exercise. Behind the wheel is Clary Shadforth. He runs 7 Emu Station after taking over from...
So that little handle there is for the claw.
His dad and grandfather before him. Like his own offspring, he was bull catching from the moment he could walk.
But they never had bull catching. They used to hand throw bulls and that.
Who needs a lasso?
Dangerous enough as it is.
Yeah. And we think we got it hard, but I reckon they had it harder. But yeah.
Harry's son Francis and Wade also bear that...
I don't know, it looks... I can imagine your dad probably did it the exact same way.
...that innate cattle skill. They're on school holidays and in their element. 14-year-old Francis...
Of course, they're using a branch to hold up the hood.
...is the self-confessed bushy of the two and has been earmarked to take over. What do you love about it?
Oh, everything.
Something in my eye.
Mustering, bull catching, fencing and all that.
Even fencing?
Yeah.
Fencing?
The Shadforth...
They all have perfect teeth.
...bear impressive pastoral lineage. Grandfather, William Shadforth, in 1953 became the first Indigenous person in Australia to own a cattle station. The perpetual pastoral lease is entirely owned by the family and will remain that
What a
way.
beautiful
if they have
piece of
anything
land.
to say about it. The property was obtained in a story that sings of Australian folklore.
My dad bought it in '53. The story goes that he went droving and on the way through to Alice Spring he backed a horse in a Caulfield Cup. 2 weeks later he came back and backed a horse in the Melbourne Cup and won him some money with the droving trip and Melbourne Cup. That's how he bought 7 emus. He made 10,000 quid, I think.
Frank is Willie's
Man, he's got a thick accent. I missed a couple words in
son
there.
and says it was an extraordinary achievement at a time when discrimination against Indigenous people was still rife.
When you read about Aboriginal history, how he got hold of it, I don't know. And to me, I still don't know.
Willie Shadforth died in his late 80s, and Frank Shadforth took over running it successfully for many decades.
It's so remarkable to me how this culture in a lot of ways looks so similar to like American Texas old cowboy culture, and yet the people are so different and yet the same.
He's now passed the mantle to his son.
What, you got a few bulls there?
3 good fellas and a smaller Mickey fella.
A signal from helicopter pilot Chris Howard, and it's on.
Oh boy, we're on the chase.
Closing in until with an almighty thud, the scrub bull is trapped.
What a rush
The
this would
hydraulic arm
be.
locks its shoulders, while the young stockmen desert the rig with pace and face down the beast on foot. Their mission? To lasso a rope onto the cranky, frothing 300-kilogram beast, who's none too happy about his predicament.
I'm looking up how much 300 kilogram is. 600 pounds? I didn't know a kilogram was bigger than a pound.
– 21-year-old stockman Edward Hookey makes it look easy.
Oh, just go with it. Yeah, my first ball catch was pretty fun. You know, adrenaline rush. Yeah, it always keeps you on your toes though, you know. You know, the ball doesn't
Now it's just a job.
want to stay there all the time. But yeah, it's fun.
He's been here for about 4 years and is enjoying being able to pass on his skills to some of the newer recruits.
I've worked in Brahma cattle. That's very much different. Quieter cattle and a lot easier to handle stuff.
Wow.
This sort of work is different. You see cattle that's never seen human in their life, very feral. And then, yeah, it's a lot of fun, you know, because you learn different ways of it. And then, yeah.
It all seems like a boy's own adventure novel, this rough and ready lifestyle. But what Frank and Clarice Shadforth are doing is really quite remarkable. Sick of seeing generation after generation come through the welfare cycle, they've taken in hundreds of young people over the years, giving them station work, teaching them basic life and stockman skills, and helping to turn their lives around.
I've been doing it for a fair while, and the problem is, I think a lot
Wow.
of people
That's very noble.
A lot of family don't like looking after kids. I think they.
I might skip ahead a little bit. I don't like sitting here. You know, I feel like I've seen the gist of what I wanted to see, and now I feel like I'm not giving much input here. So I just want to see another bull catch.
Many of
That's
their young
really what I'm here
charges have
for.
gone on to work on other stations and make a successful
I don't like just sitting here watching a video. Like, I feel like I need to be talking, you know?
life in the industry.
There's a few good ones in them. And, yeah, they stick it out for a while, but it's just, you know, good to give someone, I suppose, just a help in life.
What a freaking wild beast. It looks like they've got a tire
Few good ones in them.
strapped to the front to use as a bumper.
Yeah, they stick it out.
What is that one Australian show? I mean, it just shows me that that's no joke. Is it like bush mechanics? It's no joke.
For a while, but it's just, good to give someone, I suppose, just a help in life. Yeah.
18-year-old Zane Butler is one.
Farming and work like this is so remarkable to me. Whether it's here, Australia, just these kind of people have so many different skill sets, from wrangling the bulls and all sorts of things to do with that. But on top of that, I bet you they're the auto mechanics too. Just like farmers here in America, if their equipment breaks down 90% of the times, they're the ones fixing it. Or that's how it is at a lot of places. Maybe not at the biggest farms, but
One of those kids.
it's just a very
He's
unique,
from Mount Isa
huge skill set
in northwest
to do work like
Queensland,
this.
and has been working on 17-year property for a few weeks.
I've been on parole since I was 13, I think. Yeah.
What type of offences?
Robberies, burglaries, and yeah.
He's in awe of the Indigenous men who've taken him under their wing.
Yeah, it is. I never knew, like blackfellas on the station.
These people are so unique, man. It's remarkable how unique different people and cultures are around the world, and even within Australia itself. I'm not ever going to meet someone like this here in America.
Never.
Obviously.
It'll be at least a 12-hour day for the boys.
Well, I wonder how many Australian Aboriginals there are in America. Single digits? Like,
It's a hard, in
maybe
many
more,
ways,
I don't know.
relentless life. But the beauty is profound. A setting, it's any wonder, inspires change in people. A legacy now tracking 6 decades that Frank Shadforth hopes continues well beyond his tenure.
just going to watch the end.
Sense and good old-fashioned grounding that's saving young lives and making real change.
Oh my God, what an adventure. Shout out to ABC Australia. Go check them out. Well, ABC is an Australian public broadcast service. Just so you know. Thank you for sending that in. Thank you for watching. You guys are the best. Happy Arvo. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you come back tomorrow. I'll be here. Goodbye.